Hello, Ned. Hello! What they got today? Well, you're in for a treat. Look at this. Oh, my. Yes, oh, my. We have got a rather large box of DVDs. Ha ha! Look at them all. Yeah, let's have a look. Because they all have one thing in common. Yeah, they're all DVDs. No Blu-rays, no, not that. They all star a certain legend. Oh, the muscles from Brussels. The one and only Jean Claude Van Damme. Oh, we watched another thing recently. We watched AWOL, as it's known in this country, or Lionheart, as it's known in America. Yeah, or Wrong Debt in Australia. Well, yeah, I think you're right. I am right. Alright, okay. So we've got a whole bunch of Jean Claude Van Damme DVDs. We have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. We have 18 discs here. Well, 18 boxes. Yeah, that's true. Let's go through them. Now, they're in no particular order, so we're just going to grab them as they are laid out in this box. Yeah, right. So first up, we have got the hardcore. And that says hardcore. Yeah, no, it's pronounced core, C-O-R-P-S. The hardcore starring Jean Claude Van Damme and Vivica A. Fox. Have you seen this? Yeah, I've seen this, but I don't remember much of it. I think I might have only seen bits of it, actually. Ha! Van Damme takes to the streets with hard-hitting action. I think he's a private bodyguard and she's some sort of celebrity. Alright, I'll quickly read the synopsis. Superstars Jean Claude Van Damme and Vivica A. Fox unite for the first time in this high-powered action thriller. Van Damme stars as former Desert Storm Special Forces soldier Philippe Sauvage, who is hired to protect a retired world heavyweight champion turned wealthy entrepreneur Wayne Barkley. He must guard Barkley and his family against a rap music mogul turned thug who has been released from prison and is out to seek revenge against him for putting him behind bars. To assist in the protection of the family, Sauvage sets up a team of young fighters and former soldiers who become known as the Hardcore. Oh, okay. That's, was this a big hit? This was one of his later movies where it kind of went straight to DVD. Right. So rubbish. I wouldn't say rubbish, but it's been a while since I watched it. I don't remember much of it. Next up, we have, let's start over here. We have another straight-to-video effort, Jean Claude Van Damme, Derailed. Right. Oh look, special feature. Yeah, okay, do you want to read special features? Behind-the-scenes featurette. That's it. Yeah. So, a train rockets across Eastern Europe. On board are Agent Christoph, international action superstar Jean Claude Van Damme, and Galina, Laura Elena Haring, a beautiful high-tech thief. Holding the passengers hostage are a band of terrorists who have come to steal a bioweapon hidden on board. With the train out of control and on a collision course for danger, Christoph becomes a one-man army taking on the terrorists and trying to save the lives of everyone on board. Wait, what is it? We've seen this! No, we've not seen this, no. Derailed. We've definitely seen this. I don't think we've seen it. I think I might have seen highlights of it. Derailed, a deadly virus, only one way to stop it. We've seen it, except it wasn't Jean Claude Van Damme, it was Steven Seagal. Do you mean Under Siege 2, Dark Territory? Yeah, it's the same thing. It does sound similar. Let's move on to the next movie. Universal Soldier, The Return. Now, Universal Soldier is an absolute classic. Oh, is it here? It's not actually. Great. It's a great movie with Jean Claude Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren. But Universal Soldier: The Return, I think this is a lot of fun as well. Really? Yeah. It has, oh look at its extra features. Right. Featurette interviews with Jean Claude Van Damme, Nick Rogers and Michael J. White. Featurette on-set workout with Michael J. White. And featurette looking back, moving forward. Van Damme interview with highlights of his previous movies. Very good. Telnography's theatrical trailer. Also, that's something. Universal Soldier on the Return continues the story of Luke Devereaux, the unstoppable hero and the last man standing at the end of the original film. Spoilers. Years later, Luke, now devoting his life to fatherhood, is serving as a technical expert on a special government project to revive and improve the Universal Soldier training program. Sophisticated, intelligent and agile, the new breed of soldier is under the control of Seth, a supercomputer who proves to be a real danger when he develops a mind of his own. ChatGPT. No. Developing a plan to destroy Luke, Seth kidnaps his daughter. Racing against the clock to keep his family together, Devereaux encounters obstacles that only he, knowing how a Universal Soldier thinks and feels, can overcome. Cool. Let's watch it. Well, we'll watch them all. Today? No, we'll be here all night. Right, let's see what's next. Now, this was a cinematic movie. So is Universal Soldier, I should say. Death Warrant. Oh! What's he doing? He's getting ready to fight. Now, the one thing I remember about this movie is it's quite short, which is not bad. Or it feels quite short, right? It's 1 hour and 25 minutes. Short enough. Yeah. So, I remember this is an undercover cop. Well, an undercover Canadian cop. A 90? Well, not quite, but Jean Claude Van Damme faces his biggest challenge yet, a maximum security prison. The international superstar spin kicks his way through this action-adventure powerhouse that explodes with death-defying stunts and non-stop martial arts wizardry. Filled with some power, intensity and skill of its unstoppable hero, Death Warrant is your ticket to a Van Damme good time. Van Damme is Officer Lewis Burke, a roguish police detective who goes undercover to investigate a series of inmate murders at Harrison Penitentiary. Posing as a prisoner, Burke encounters brutal inmates, corrupt guards, death and betrayal at every turn. Wait, he encounters death? Yeah, I don't think he means his own death. But when he unearths the shocking secret behind the penitentiary's inner workings, Burke must attempt a daring escape that pits him against not only hundreds of murderous inmates, but also a deadly enemy from his own past. Cool. That's cool. Special features? It doesn't look like it. Original theatrical trailer, interactive menu. If you think they're special, that's fine. So, The Order. Another straight-to-video movie. Okay, Van Damme, The Order. Unleash the power. I'm not going to read every single one of these movies out. No, do? Alright, okay. Journey to a turbulent world under siege as a reformed artifact smuggler Rudy Van Damme travels to Jerusalem to rescue his museum curator father who's been kidnapped by ruthless fanatics and recover a secret scroll believed to hold dangerous secrets of an underground sect. Framed for murder by a scheming police chief, Rudy enlists the aid of mysterious beauty to clear his name and wages a one-man battle to recapture the prized manuscript before the ultimate holy war breaks out and all hell breaks loose. Mysterious beauty, yeah. The most surprising thing about this movie is one of the co-stars. Who is it? The Mysterious Beauty? No, not the Mysterious Beauty. It is Charlton Heston. What? Yeah, this straight to DVD, straight to video back in the day movie, starring Jean Claude Van Damme on, let's face it, his decline. Also features Academy Award winner, global icon in the acting world, Charlton Heston. Do you know Charlton Heston? He narcs for civil rights back in the day. Did he? Yeah. And do you know what people remember? What? He liked guns? Yeah, well, I mean, I don't agree with his viewpoint on that. No, that he's the Netherlands because someone wanted to make a documentary. Well, let's not get into that. The next movie, In Hell. Now, I remember this being the first straight-to-video Van Damme movie that I watched that I thought was really, really good. Really? Really? Good? Good. So, Kyle Lord is arrested and convicted for the vigilante killing of his wife's murderer. Kyle must survive life in a maximum security prison where inmates are made to battle to their death in a brutal, no-holds-barred fight called The Shoe for the Warden's entertainment and profit. Who? The Wardens. Not Orders. No, Wardens. Kyle fights his oppressors. I'm doing this. Kyle fights his oppressors and is quickly sent to the Shoe, where his unbridled rage catapults him to the victor's circle. Kyle has become one of the monsters he despises and must battle now to survive within himself. Special features, theatrical trailer. That's all. Okay, let's move on. Second in command. It's time to take charge. I don't think I've seen this. Oh look, it says it's an explosive political thrill ride. Political? I'm sure it's still action. It's Van Damme on straight to video. He's a former Navy SEAL with the combat experience to protect US interests anywhere. But today he arrives at his new post in a turbulent Eastern European nation. Commander Sam Keenan is thrust into a bloody and chaotic scene. Heavily armed rebels have ransacked the capital city, killed the US ambassador, and are threatening to overthrow the new president and his fragile democracy. Keenan quickly secures the US embassy and gives the president shelter, but with help from the US forces hours away and violent insurgents closing in, Keenan must find a way to crush the rebellion before the embassy goes down in flames. Martial arts legend Jean Claude Van Damme stars in this pulse-pounding thriller that's packed with explosive fight sequences, edge-of-your-seat suspense, and non-stop action. We'll see. We will. No special features. Right. Oh look, this one is actually not just Van Damme. This is 4 DVD movies. 2 starring Jean Claude Van Damme and 2 starring, it looks like Sandra Bullock. What? And Nicole Kidman. What? This is strange. Let's have a look. So, Black Eagle. Jean Claude Van Damme is in this. I remember seeing this when I was much younger. He's only in a small part. He's one of the villains. Alright. So, Black Eagle. When an American spy plane carrying sensitive information is shot down, the CIA is forced to call their martial arts expert to avoid disaster. Yeah, when a CIA plane is shot down, who do you call? A martial arts expert. Fire on the Amazon. This seems to have Sandra Bullock in it. I'll be surprised if she's actually the star. I'm guessing it's before she was a big name. Right. She's just a little name. Yeah. Sandy Dill. No, not Sandy Bill. I don't mean literally a bigger name. No, listen. Fire on the Amazon. A photojournalist and his assistant find their lives in gravest danger while investigating the assassination of a famous environmentalist. A famous environmentalist? Yeah. How famous can an environmentalist be? Well, look at Greta Thunberg. Is it her? I don't think so, no. Well then. Okay, fair enough. Now, the third disc in this set is worth paying for the whole set. Kickboxer. Jean Claude Van Damme stars and shows his incredible skill and technique in this action-packed, gritty and violent martial arts movie. Right? Now that doesn't do it justice. Kickboxer is one of the best Jean Claude Van Damme films. It's his second big movie after Bloodsport, and it is so good. Basically, his brother is world kickboxing champion. He travels to Thailand to take on the best unranked fighters. He takes on a guy called Tong Po, and Tong Po beats him bad and puts him in a wheelchair. Oh, so that nuts? Yeah. So Van Damme trains to get revenge. It is such a good movie. Well, let's watch that. We will, just not right now. Hi, we're doing this. The final disc, Night Master with Nicole Kidman. It is the future. Only the game can hold the attention of the teenage population. The players prepare for their contests by training in secret. But is it really just a game? Yes. Okay, it probably is. So yeah, 4 DVD set. Although it's only 2 discs. No special features? No special features. Nothing special about it except kickboxer. Oh, look what's next. One of the best Jean Claude Van Damme movies there is. Probably Van Damme's biggest cinematic movie. Time Cop. Fantastic. Murder is forever. Until now. What does that mean? Well, Jean Claude Van Damme is Max Walker. I'm not even reading this. Let's read it. 1994. And time travel has become a reality. Did it? No, it's just a movie. The USA sets up the Time Enforcement Commission, a police force tasked to prevent criminals from tampering with the past. Headed up by ambitious Senator Silver, at the same time Washington policeman Max Walker is attacked by a group of hitmen from the future. Why? Well, he survives but his wife is killed. 10 years later, Walker, now a time cop, finds out that Silver has been meddling in the past to gather funds to finance his presidential campaign. Walker has to return to 1994 but discovers a strange link to his own past. What is it? You'll have to wait, watch and see. But this is a fantastic movie. Now I've just realised, while we're filming this, yeah, can you hear something? Yeah, the washing machine, yeah. I didn't factor in the fact that you would hear this on video. But we've come too far, so I hope it's not too disturbing for the viewers at home. If it is, my apologies, but we're just going to keep going. Because we've come too far, I'm not doing all that again. Don't you want to talk about Night Master again? No, I don't. Or talk about that, what is it, Fire in the Jungle? Not Fire in the Jungle. Fire on the Amazon with Sandra Bullock. No. Let's carry on. Replicant. What is this? What's going on? Is it broke? It's not broken. But all these movies... Oh, wait a minute. I was going to say all these movies have been looking good. This one is clearly a colour photocopy of the front cover of this DVD. It doesn't even have a back. Look at that! Yeah, Dean ripped off. Well, look though, I opened the case thinking it would be a little silver thing with handwriting on it, but it's the actual DVD, Replicant. Alright, so what's the synopsis? Well, I can't really read it. A ruthless killer. To destroy him, they had to create him. Now, I do remember, in this movie, Jean Claude Van Damme is, he's a serial killer. Oh, a bad guy? Yep, a really bad guy. But they managed to clone him and make another Jean Claude Van Damme who knows his every move and knows his every thought and is able to track the serial killer down and fight him and things like that. Right. It's not as good as it could have been. So, let's move on. This movie is the last movie I know of that was in the UK cinemas for Jean Claude Van Damme in a starring role, other than Expendables 2. Knockoff. What? Like that last DVD? Yeah, that's definitely a knockoff. But knockoff, Jean Claude Van Damme, Rob Schneider, Layla Rochon, and Paul Sorvino. There is no substitute. Jean Claude Van Damme stars in an explosive thriller set in Hong Kong's shady manufacturing scene during 1997 handover to China. When a shipment of jeans to the US proves counterfeit, Marcus Ray, the king of knockoffs, Van Damme, finds himself at the centre of a Russian mafia plot to hold the United States security for ransom. Why? I don't know how or why. Thousands of tiny microbombs disguised within other manufactured goods are scheduled for departure from Hong Kong to America. When Ray's company's jeans are found to be the housing for the explosives, he's the one man the CIA can count on to prevent certain disaster. Why do they think that? I don't know. In a territory where loyalty can change hands overnight, Marcus Ray's survival will depend on him knowing the fakes from the real thing. Okay. Yeah. Wait till you see this film. There's some craziness afoot. Right? Oh, extras. Right. Interactive menus. Oh wait, filmographies, behind the scenes featurette, theatrical trailer, usual rubbish. Yeah, well, okay. Let's put that away and move on. I'm going to leave that one till last. But we've got here Van Damme, Desert Heat, left burning, left for dead, burning for revenge. Also known in some countries as Inferno. International star of martial blah Van Damme kicks into high gear and Desert Heat, a scorching high-intensity action thriller. Desperate to flee the inner demons raging inside him, mysterious loner Eddie Lomax rides to the last outpost of an abandoned desert highway, prepared to end it all. But when a savage gang steals his prized motorbike and leaves him for dead, Eddie's life is saved by a soulmate from his past. Burning with new reason to live, Eddie sets off on a one-man search and destroy mission against his attackers. Fueled by Van Damme's powerful performance, Desert Heat is an explosive and sensational adventure from first to last. Fueled by Van Damme's powerful performance. I love the guy. Dick on. So, absolutely no special features or anything. Great. But, we'll watch that soon. We also have Double Team, Jean Claude Van Damme, Dennis Rodman and Mickey Rourke. Which face does Mickey Rourke have? Well, it's before he had a lot of work done. He had some work done, I think. He's, still a good looking guy. Anyway, Double Team. Though he's the nation's top counter-terrorist, Jack Quinn wants to get out of the spy game. But on his final mission, he misses his target and wakes up in a place they call the Colony. A think tank for spies who are too dangerous to roam the world, but too valuable to be killed. With his target, the dangerous, enigmatic terrorist Stavros, Mickey Rourke, still on the loose and out to get his family, Quinn's only hope is a flamboyant but deadly gun dealer, Yaz, Dennis Rodman. International action superstar Van Damme and top US basketball star Dennis Rodman star as an unlikely team with enough voltage to rock the free world in Double Team. Okay. Yeah. Dennis Rodman? Yeah. The basketball player? Yeah. With the different hairstyles? Yeah. Okay. Do you know, I heard about that movie when it was being made, and Van Damme said it was a fantastic script, and it was called The Colony, I think, and it was all about that place to speak about where Van Damme's character wakes up, and he's with all these super spies who are too valuable to be killed, but too dangerous to let them roam free. So, and it's a really great script, and he has to escape and overcome and overthrow the whole colony and everything. But then Dennis Rodman got involved, and the whole script had to be changed and made into a sort of cartoon thing. That's a shame. It is a shame. But that's what happens, isn't it, with movies? When the law can't protect the innocent, the only hero left is an outlaw. So, Van Damme is playing an escaped prisoner, and he finds... Well, I'll read it. Van Damme has nowhere to run and nothing to lose. An escaped prisoner hiding from the authorities, Sam Gillen always manages to be in the wrong place at the right time. Risking his hard-fought freedom, he aids a beautiful young widow, Rosanna Arquette, very beautiful, and her children against a ruthless developer who's trying to drive them off the land. Hunted by both the police and the developer's hired killers, Sam pulls no punches in his furious fight for survival. He'll do anything to protect the family who are protecting him. The result is more hard-hitting, high-kicking Van Damme action than you've ever seen. Is it good? You'll like it, yeah, but what's that? Yeah, there's sometimes the pictures they use on DVDs makes you think, why have they used that photo of Jean Claude Van Damme when he's pulling an absolutely insane face? He is insane. He's not insane, but yeah, he looks insane in that. Right, what next? There are only 4 left. So, next up, Maximum Risk. The nearer he gets to the truth, the closer he gets to the edge. Oh, really? Apparently. Van Damme is back with a vengeance in this exhilarating thriller-packed adventure, also starring sexy Natasha Henstridge. And sure that's how she wants to be remembered. Yeah, well, Alain Moreau's investigation into the death of his identical twin brother leads him from the south of France to the mean streets of New York City, and into the arms of his brother's beautiful girlfriend. Pursued by ruthless Russian mobsters and renegade FBI agents, the duo race against time to solve his brother's murder and expose an international conspiracy. There's only one problem: all traces of his brother's life are rapidly disappearing, and the one person who knew him best may not be telling all she knows. Oh! So, do you see his twin? You know, you see his twin at the start. So he plays two roles? Yeah. Yeah, you know, actually, he plays two roles in Maximum Risk. He plays two roles in Replicant. He plays two roles in Time Cop. And he plays two roles in Double Impact. Here's that. Well, that's not here. I do have that on another format. But there are a few movies where Van Damme plays dual roles. Quite an actor. He is indeed. Right, we're almost there. We've been going so long that even the washing machine is finished its cycle. Jean Claude Van Damme, Legionnaire, a fugitive from a killer, a remote outpost, a fight to the death. So, the year is 1924, and Alain Lefebvre is a headstrong boxer who has been declared the victor in a heavily wagered boxing match. Two people are dead, and the blame has fallen at his feet. With his pockets stuffed with cash, he runs through the alleyways, desperately hiding in the shadows, hunted like an animal. As both the police and the mobster's henchmen close in, Lefebvre escapes into a completely new identity, a mercenary soldier in the French Foreign Legion. By dawn, he is launched into a brutal conflict in strange and unfamiliar country. What he learns there will change the course of his life forever. Cool? Yeah. Is this evil? Is this Lionheart? No, he played the Legionnaire in that as well, but we'll see. We'll see. Now, second last movie. Oh, I've heard of this. I've heard this is like one of the worst movies ever. Well, I think that's a bit harsh. Some people think it's the best movie ever, but it is Street Fighter. So, Shadaloo. What? Shadaloo is the place. Shadaloo. Shabadabadoo. No, Shadadadadoo. No, Shabadabadoo. Shadaloo, Southeast Asia, 1995. As civil war enters its 7th month, warlord General M. Bison virtually brings about global warfare when he takes 63 Allied nations relief workers hostage and threatens to execute them unless a ransom of $20 billion is paid. It is a mission of William F. Guile to rescue the hostages, but he has to locate them first. Wait, is Van Damme playing Guile? Yeah. Is this like the Street Fighter game? Yeah, it's based on the Street Fighter game, Street Fighter 2 specifically. Right, so why he's not playing Ryu? Or even Ken? Guile? Yeah, it was a bit of a mistake that, I'd say. As part of an audacious plan to track down the General and his futuristic fortress, Guile and British intelligence officer Kylie Minogue, recruit their forces to generate heroes. What? Recruit to their forces two renegade heroes. Renegade. However, their entire plan is nearly quashed when GMT News correspondent Chun-Li Zhang intervenes, and she wants more than just a story. Action reaches fever pitch as Guile, Bison and their forces clash in a fierce battle, and the fate of the free world hangs in the balance. Okay. I'm in. You're in. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, well, I'm glad someone is. Right. Finally, the last movie. What is it? Is it Bloodsport? No, we don't have Bloodsport on DVD yet. Is it Double Impact? No, I said earlier we don't have Double Impact on DVD yet. Is it then what's that one when he's like what? AWOL? No, we've already got AWOL. Okay, what is it? It's this. It's one of my favourites. Don't hunt what you can't kill. Jean Claude Van Damme in a John Woo movie. Hard Target. Ha ha! What's this about? You'll love this. The thrill of the hunt, it's the ultimate drug, and the more intense the rush, the higher the price. International superstar Van Damme teams up with world-famous action director John Woo for this electrifying thriller. Van Damme is the target of an evil mercenary, Lance Henriksen, who recruits homeless combat veterans for the amusement of his clients. Bored tycoons who will pay $500,000 to stalk and kill the most challenging prey of them all. Man. Laced with dark humour and slam-packed with electrifying action, Hard Target is a must-see for action fans. Sounds cool, it's great, it's really good. Bonus, there's bonus features. Bonus! Production notes, that's not a bonus. Theatrical trailers, no. Cast and filmmakers notes, these don't count. These are rubbish. Bin it, I'm not going to bin it. But, yeah, what a movie. That sort of wraps up for the moment. We do have more Van Damme films, but we've got something special with them. What is it? Well, we're going back in time with them. Really? Like Time Cop? No, not like Time Cop. In a different way. I'll show you when we get there, okay? But, say goodbye. Bye. We're going to watch some fighting. We're going to watch a Belgian guy kick other men in the head. Yeah. See you later. Please like, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.